My name is Ariel, and this is the story I never imagined I would share with the world. If you had told me years ago that my life would unfold this way, I would never have believed you, because everything started out like a picture-perfect American love story. I grew up in a small, peaceful suburban neighborhood in Charlotte, North Carolina, the sort of place where everybody knew everybody, block parties in the summer, kids riding bikes after school, families grilling on the weekends. Just 3 houses down lived the boy who would later become my husband, Ethan Carter. We were childhood friends first, walked to school together, shared snacks, and did homework at each other's dining tables. Both of our families were stable, loving, responsible homes. As we got older, friendship turned into something deeper. By college, we were inseparable. By our mid-20s, we were married. He was everything I dreamed my husband would be: kind, steady, patient, and thoughtful. And I had one dream I carried from childhood: to have a big family, 4, maybe 5 kids. I grew up as an only child, and that loneliness followed me all my life. I didn't want my children to experience that. Ethan understood that. He wanted the same. 6 months into our marriage, the test finally turned positive. I screamed, laughed. I cried in his arms. We bought baby clothes the same week. We were already talking about names. But one night, I woke up with the worst pain I had ever felt. I collapsed on the floor. Ethan rushed me to the ER at Atrium Health. The doctor came in with a heavy expression and said words that still haunt me. It's an ectopic pregnancy. We need to operate immediately. The world around me blurred. I cried until I couldn't breathe, but Ethan held my hand the entire time. He whispered, "We'll have our family, Ari. I promise." A year passed, then another year, then another. Nothing. We did every test, every scan, every blood work panel. No infertility, no medical issues. We were perfectly healthy according to every doctor. Yet month after month, it was just me, sitting on the edge of the bathtub, staring at negative tests. We tried IVF twice, both failed. I broke, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Ethan would pull me close at night and say, "Ariel, I married you, not your ability to have babies." By our 10th anniversary, I didn't want to celebrate anything. I told Ethan, "What are we celebrating? We have nothing to show." But he insisted. He bought a small cake, booked dinner at our favorite restaurant in Uptown Charlotte. He tried everything to make me smile. After dinner, he gave me an envelope. His hands trembled. "Ari," he said, "open it. If you don't like it, we'll forget it. I just want to see you happy again." Inside the envelope were adoption papers. I froze. Then I cried. Right there at the table, for the first time in years, I felt real hope. Weeks later, after all the approval processes, we brought home a baby boy, my son, my heart, my second chance at life. I named him Mason. Holding him was like breathing again after years underwater. Ethan saw how happy I became, how alive I was again. But sometimes, I would catch him staring at Mason with a troubled expression, like a man fighting an internal war. I brushed it off. I wish I hadn't. Just days after Mason's first birthday, everything changed. Ethan fell terribly sick. It was sudden and unexpected. One moment he was laughing, the next he was rushed to the hospital. Doctors told us it was complications from a condition he had hidden for years. Because he didn't want me to worry, I was terrified, confused, and then one night, he grabbed my hand with tears streaming down his face. "Ariel, forgive me. I did something, and I should have told you sooner." I begged him to explain, but his breathing was shallow. His words were fading. The next morning, my husband was gone. Just like that, my world ended. I stood in front of his coffin with our son, confused, shattered, broken. A week after the funeral, Ethan's younger brother, Michael, came to the house. He looked broken, like a man carrying weight he could barely stand. "Ari, there's something you need to know," he said quietly. My heart tightened. "What is it?" He sighed deeply, then continued, "Mason, he isn't adopted. He's Ethan's biological son." I couldn't breathe. Michael explained everything. During the years I was sinking into depression, Ethan confided in someone at work, his executive assistant. One night, overwhelmed with stress, guilt, and loneliness, he made a mistake he regretted immediately, a mistake he confessed to his brother but never found the courage to tell me. She got pregnant. She hid it until she was almost due. Then she reached out to Ethan and died during childbirth, leaving the baby behind. Ethan was devastated, but he couldn't bring himself to break me again. So he arranged an official adoption, because that was the only way he thought I could love the child without the pain of the truth. I collapsed, screaming, crying, shaking. My heart felt like it had been ripped out of my chest. Then, I heard a small cry. Mason, my son. He was reaching toward me with his tiny hands, and suddenly, everything made sense. He was innocent, pure, blameless. He was the miracle I had prayed for, just delivered in the most unexpected, painful way. I picked him up and whispered through tears, "You may not have come from my body, but you were sent to me, and I will love you for the rest of my life." Today, I raise Mason alone, as a widow, a mother, a woman who has survived heartbreak and rebuilt herself from ashes. Do I miss Ethan? With every breath. Do I struggle with the truth he hid? Sometimes, but I also know he was a good man, who made one terrible mistake, and spent the rest of his life trying to make it right. Love isn't always perfect. It is sometimes messy, complicated, and painful, but still worth it. My son is my healing, my purpose, my reminder that life can still give beautiful miracles, even from broken pieces. This is my story. A story of love, betrayal, forgiveness, and the unexpected ways God sends blessings. If my story has touched you, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for more true stories like mine.